Again. Here. Okay. We're back. Still need to design this media center. I have not done that yet. Whoops. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this section over here. So I feel like that's going to be more informative for us. So let's copy this one over. So back to there, and then we can throw that on the sheet as well. So let's go look at our section now. Yeah, I think that this is going to be a bit more informative for us. Let's set this to cross-section view type. Oh boy. Let's go floors, ceilings, roofs, and structural foundation. Solid. Okay, okay. Okay, we got that. I feel like that might be too dark. I think that's too dark. Let's go change that to the lighter gray. There we go. That's better. Okay. Yeah, this gives us a more a fuller picture here of like our openings and whatnot, so we can show that we need support here for these stairs and all that fun stuff. Now, why this wall is going to 10-foot plate instead of to the second floor is beyond me. So it's nice seeing these things that like that should not be to the second floor plate. That's really weird. I don't know why they're doing that. So, Rose, I don't know if you're still listening or watching. Have you played the new game, Hades, yet? By Supergiant Games? I just heard the soundtrack for it, and it makes me want to play it. Sorry for all the typing. I'm helping somebody with a question in Discord chat over here. What am I looking for? Google.com. And this is going to be what's up, buddy? You guys really don't have any paper out there?
No, we really don't. Oh, I was gonna. Okay.
You're gonna do what?
I was gonna look for some construction paper.
Like tracing paper?
No, like construction paper.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's definitely no construction paper out here.
All right, then this will be fine. I feel like that's still not quite enough. There we go. I wonder if actually, let's do this. Let's just see. Bar clipping. Let's clip. Width line.
And then is there a... Let's do like 15 for that. And I feel like I'm listening. See, I don't think that this is the right plate height for this. Hey, Rainbow Flower, welcome to the stream. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do is set that to 35 because I want to be able to show that these windows and doors and stuff are back here, but I don't know. I'm missing a very. I doubt that. Which room am I missing? I mean, this is just a section. Oh my goodness. Invisible line. Is there a detail line there? Why is there a detail line there? 3D printer farm room. I don't think this client wanted that, so we left that out of this particular design. But I mean, they have a pretty good size living room, so they could just set that up right here if they wanted to. Okay, let's come in here and turn off internal origin as well. There we go. Hey, my client's paying me for work, so who am I to judge? I hate to think. Can we really not get these on here? Oh, that's why. That is why they did it through the garage. So let's go and we'll just put this back in here. Section through house 1. Let's see if we can get that to come back in right there. There we go. So I think what we can do. Yes, this is actual. These are actual houses that are being built. So all of these projects that I stream that say live architecture are actual projects that I'm working on. Do we want to show the furniture? I don't think we want to show the furniture in the sections. That's not really necessary, I don't think. I think I understand why they did that now in these other walls, but I don't necessarily agree with it. For now, I really don't like doing this, but for now, I'm just going to do a filled region for this truss up here. Let's just do some lines. Then we're going to go 12 inches from here. It's going to be a really short truss. I don't think a 12-inch truss is going to do this. I design them. I don't do the building. I just do the designing and the construction documents that are required for permitting and for pricing and stuff like that. I think we're going to make this a 16-inch truss just because I feel like the ratio is going to be a bit better. Oops. All right, now. That's weird. Okay, that's fair enough. So this is a section through this house, excuse me, which is all grayed out because I'm in the middle of sketching a truss right now. So if we look at the first floor plan here, so this is the floor plan for this, and then we've got a section. So you see this line right here. Essentially, I'm taking a slice right through that. So if I take this and let's say for this view, let's turn on my section box. Okay. And of course, I'm not going to be able to do anything because I'm sketching. But essentially, if I were to slice through this model right there, all right, if you were to 3D print this house and you were to stop right there and look this direction, this is what you'd be looking at right here. So that's basically what it is. All right, so let's finish this up. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm building a truss. Well, I'm building the outline of a truss. So essentially what we're going to do here it really did not like trimming to that. So let's see. This is going to be an open web truss probably. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm actually I'm curious what plan you're kind of going off of. I've got two young creators in my house that I would love to be able to get a 3D printer going for. I'm just going to move this off just a little bit so that we can start our truss. And then I'm just going to offset this. Can't believe I blanked on how to do this. Wood truss. Okay, so they are sideways. They're all sideways. As they should be. So I jacked all this up. What? So yeah, I've been loosely researching kind of the best starting kits for doing 3D printing. Designed it yourself. Hey, that's pretty cool. So, but you started somewhere in terms of which components you wanted, right? So you had a list of components that you had to get everything in, and then you needed to coordinate all those components in a manner. So did you have a plan that you were going off of, or did you kind of base it off of anything? The AB printer? So I'm going to bring this up here and this down here. I did not mean to do that. That's one way to do it, that's for sure. Okay. We're going to do multiple. And let's take this. Now let's just do 6 feet. 6 feet seems really long. Let's do 3 feet. Copy multiple. Let's do 4 feet. So here's what I'm doing is I'm dividing this up, and let's put this guy in the middle. Yeah, that'll work. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and do like that. And then we're just going to do a line from here to here. And I'm just going to kind of go in between here somewhere. Why is it not linking to this? There we go. Oops. So now what I can do is take these guys and we can mirror that about 2, 3, 4, this one. Yay! So I think I got rid of my line. I shouldn't have done that because now I need to mirror this stuff. Oh shoot. I just realized I forgot something. Meeting wise today. Oh. Nope, that's right. Okay. And then we're going to come up and we're going to do like that. And then like that. And I think that's how we're going to do this. Oops. Hope that's stuck. I'd much rather just model this, but I don't know that this client is worth it. Hmm. Um, did I not? Split the wrong thing. All right. So let's go through and delete these guys. And then we're just about there. Let's just wood truss construction. I don't think it's going to be a ladder truss. Sloped wood border truss. Yep, like that. So basically I did half of it right. Ooh, I need to make sure that this is put in the right place here. Oop. Hold up. There we go. It's going to be a little bit awkward there. I think that'll work though. Okay. So what I need to do now, where's my middle? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is my middle right there. So I kind of get to redo all of this. I'm just going to take this guy right here, and I'm going to copy him many times. Until we get to our middle there. Man, we were close. I'm just going to take these. Actually, I can probably just do this. Yeah, I can, and I'm going to. Just like that. I like how the fact that this thing is sloping has my head tilted. Like I can't comprehend what I'm looking at without tilting my head. I probably could have just left it the way it was, but this is going to be more accurate this way. Let's not delete those. And then, you know what I could do is if I get rid of all of this, I don't think I need that one. And I don't need that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So now I need one of these. Oh, just kidding. What I actually need is this. Did he get it? No, I've got an overlapping line. How did that happen? There we go. There we go. Yikes. They intersect. Oh, what are they doing that for? I bet there's one up here too. Just kidding. Let's make that solid gray. There we go. And then we can cut profile like this. I wonder if it'll let me do this in two places here. Hey, hey yo. The thing that sucks is I've got to do this at least twice. What is this? What is that wall? Can I hide these? I can't even hide that. What's going on with that? I can hide that. Whoa. Not that I want to. So I'm not sure really what I can do about these lines. What is that? Oh, that's the wall beyond. That works. There's a line there that I can't get rid of, and I don't know, maybe I'm okay with that. Is it this wall back here? Is it this wall? Is there something else? It's not that. It's not that. Oh, it's the fascia board. So why can't I hide lines on that? Can I cut profile on that? Nope. I think we're just going to put some two by six under here. Clearly they'll have to have a seat under there. We're making that work. How did it know that that's what I was looking for? Yeah, see, I don't think we need like a giant header across there. Yeah, so I mean, for these guys right here, I don't think you just do that right there. I think. Fairly certain, at least. Hey, how's it going? Let's see here. Is it a component or 2D detail line? You're talking about the truss? This truss here? That is unfortunately a filled region. Yeah. Hey, Bolton Hagen, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Okay, I've got the truss in there. I made it a 16-inch truss. I hope they're okay with that. I'm pretty sure they'll be fine with it. But, you know, what I'm concerned about is I can't get some of these lines to disappear, which could be a little confusing. I'm not sure why that roof is showing up inside. Did I hide a wall? I did hide a wall. Yeah, there's all these lines in here that I could just put a masking region in there and be done with it. When in doubt, mask it up. Boom, 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 boom. And then go by the rule: if those little lines are an issue with the contractor, then you've got bigger problems than those lines. I feel like there should be like an entry right here. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna throw a room separation line in here, and I'm gonna put a room in here called entry, and it has a 10-foot ceiling. 10-foot ceiling. And a wood floor. So now in my section here, I can put entry in right here. That works. Yeah, if you're watching, feel free to ask any questions that you might have. I'll try to get around answering them to the best of my ability. I'm going to put that through there. And let's see. Now, if this were advanced framing, we'd have a single header across the top there. Less waste. But our contractors don't like to do advanced framing because they're afraid of new things. New things are scary. So we're just gonna put some traditional framing components in here and call it a day. Let's go ahead and put in, oh, I did it backwards over here. To be fair, it had been several years since I had last done that tutorial, so. And yeah, I'm sure about asking questions. Please do. If I didn't want people asking questions or interacting with me, I wouldn't be streaming. No, I think this will be fine. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Had to let my dog back in the house. All right. All right. So I think these are using like big 20-inch joists. All right, let's go ahead and build our, let's see, excuse me, wide lines. So we're going to go here. We're going to make this 1 foot. We're going to come up, oh boy, I think 1 foot. So 2 foot 2, 4, 8. So 1 foot 6. And we come up like that. And this needs to be 4 inches from here. I actually think that we can probably get away with this just being, golly, a slab, but I know that if I do it that way, someone's going to have something to say about it. So we're just going to do it like this. Let's go 1 foot. Actually, get rid of that. This needs to be 4 inches, and then we can just trim from here to here. There we go. Make these guys invisible lines, so we don't care about seeing them. And now we've got cutouts. And then we go like this. And I think we got like 4 inches of fill. I wonder if we've got some it's gonna be like that. And surely there's a detail component of it. I don't know why we don't have a detail component library. That drives me insane. Let's go woods, wood framing. I don't know if it's going to be a glue lamb or if it's going to be a joist. I'm just going to do that one, and we're going to do a 2 by 20. They don't have a 2 by 20. Actually, I might be able to get away with just doing one around that. Let's throw this in here. And this down here. Let's see if we can just join those. There we go. Just like so. Oh, yep, nope, sorry. Like it says in the stream description, sometimes I forget. Does it still say I can't show you? No, it just says quick break. Thought I changed all that. So you can see I've changed things up a little bit. We're streaming in 1080p instead of the ultra wide, so it's not compressed anymore. And I think it helps show more of the program, what I'm doing. So I thought it was an improvement, but you guys tell me. It's an improvement. Okay. I'm just going to leave it like that. And let's throw some insulation in here so that we all know where the insulation is. Oh my goodness. So what I'm going to do is I want to model a ceiling in here, and we're going to manually adjust the height. So let's throw a ceiling in here. Let's set our work plane first. Let's do it to the 3rd floor. Man, I've got this little tickle in my throat. It doesn't want to go away. Okay, so now let's do a ceiling. I'm going to sketch that bad boy, and let's throw it from here to here to here, 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 here. Oh, you don't like the new 3D view graphics? You mean on my stream or the way I'm working? So I'm enjoying that. And let's see. It's nice to be able to watch someone that actually knows. Well, I really appreciate that. Yeah, I actually find it very painful to watch somebody else work in Revit when it's very clear that they're very early in their Revit learning process. But I try not to be like discouraging about it. I think this is actually going to need to be -4. Nope, it needs to be 4. There we go. So this is going to be, yeah, we can do gypsum on 2x4 joist. So they like pastel. Are you talking about the colors in the model? These aren't going to be the actual colors in the model. They're just the materials that they use for. It's the colors that they use for the objects. All right. So now what I can do is I can just bring this up to the bottom of our truss, like so. Now, that didn't work out quite the way I was hoping it would, so I'm going to make a new ceiling type called gypsum only. We're going to make that, we're going to delete that. So now we should have just that ceiling going right along there. Perfect. So, why would you be afraid of me playing Minecraft one day? Like just showing up on to a stream one day and it's gaming instead of Revit? I mean, I've got 2 kids that are into Minecraft. It might happen one day. Who knows? So it's kind of funny seeing this, being able to do your sections like this really shows where you're going to have issues. So we're going to have some thermal bridging here with this insulation. This area right here is going to be where we're going to get some leaking. So we could fix that by maybe laying some insulation in, like right here. If we just do something like this, we can maybe try to help that a little bit, but it's really, man, there's really not a whole lot that we can do without playing around with the way this is going to be framed. So we do need to this one was on the exterior, I believe. I need to do something creative with this. That's wood framing. So I'm representing where the wood framing is. So if you look at, I'm going to pull up, I think we're going to look at, let's see, documents, architectural references, building construction illustrated. This is a great book, by the way. So if we go and look at somewhere over here, building site, the building, let's look at walls, floor system, wall system, wood columns, wood stud framing. So you can see here, see how he's got those X's through there? That's kind of like the standard way to show wood framing. So you've got a sill plate, a header plate, usually it's a double header plate, and then you've got your studs. And what we're showing in our section is cutting basically through this right here. So that's what we're showing when we're cutting this. We're showing where those studs go. So typically when we're cutting a wall, we've got the wall thickness itself is showing the studs in line, so I don't worry about drawing those. But here we don't. So I need to come in and actually draw the stud wall right here. And we're going to make those lines. So now we can see that there's actually a stud wall right there. And I'm not really sure how this is going to work. This balcony really needs to step down. So I don't know how we're going to handle that. This really needs to step down like 1/2 inch right here. So essentially, every time I place one of those, that's us cutting through a wood member that would be cut. I think we're actually going to have another one of these right here as well. And then we'll have some insulation comes through right here. And we'll need some insulation right there. And down here. And then I'll need to do something like this. All right, we've got our insulating envelope here. And we've got I'm not comfortable with this being correct. I think this is going to have to be changed. But I'm going to deal with that a little bit later. We'll figure that out at some point. But this, so doing this section helps me in that now I've got a really good base that I can use for my other sections. I can copy a lot of these elements back and forth. I would really like to be able to put this wall detail on this sheet. Let's see, where is that? Stair detail, wall detail, house. But I don't think it's going to fit. So we might have to just keep this separate for now. By the way, what do you think? If you've got one drawing on a sheet, do you keep the view on there or do you just label that sheet? All right, we can do that. I'll just add my name to the stuff that I'm working on instead of. I'm so glad that I'm already done with the electrical on this. I mean, typically, when it's just one view, you'd call it, so the drawback to that is there's a couple conventions going on here. You've got one where you essentially have the sheet number, right? It tells us what this should be. In this case, it doesn't because you've got elevations and cross sections at the same place. But if you go look at the National CAD standards, sections and elevations are split out into two different numbers. So it'd be like A4 for elevations and A6 for sections, I think. It might be A5. So you know that there's sections, right? And then you can call this longitudinal section at entry. The other drawback is if you're trying to keep by title all the sheets in the index kind of the same, so you can see this says cross-section details, cross-section wall details, things like that, then you would want to maybe try to, so you can call this exterior elevations, exterior elevations. You wouldn't want this to be front elevation, back elevation, left elevation, right elevation for 4 different sheets if they were on separate sheets. So there's a couple of different things that you have to consider when you're doing that. So I don't know. I'm not entirely convinced. I think so. Exterior elevations for both of these is fine. Maybe this has cross section details, and then we do label this longitudinal section entry. And then we'll have we're going to have a couple more sheets here. We're going to need one for the one at the garage. Do we need one for the one at the garage? Do we need a full sheet for that? Let me look at that section. And what we're going to be figuring out is, so this is longitudinal section at garage. So what we want to find out is, do we get any more information out of this section that we don't get out of that other section? This guy right here. And the answer is actually yes, we do, because this is at the living room. Oh. So this is actually at the living room too. So we actually get a really good look at the span that's going to be required for this. And we get another good look of how the truss will continue up right there. Will it actually? Yeah, it needs to continue up. So this is a really good reason you cut your sections at multiple places. I was told just to put a truss from here to here. Well, that's not going to work right here. So the question is do we order 2 different size trusses, or do we let that truss go all the way up here and then we just have a shortened ceiling in this storage room space here? So I think that's a pretty good catch there. So I think we are going to put this, we're going to make this its own sheet. So let's go ahead and renumber this to 205. And then let's go ahead and make a new sheet. It's going to be 204. This is going to be cross-section details. I drew it. And let's go ahead and throw that other section on here. And I think I'm actually going to end the stream for a little while. I'm going to grab some lunch and let's see, we'll go ahead and make this a cross section. Make sure all the doors look good. And then I can actually, so from this other view, so let's go ahead and close all these other ones that I'm not needing anymore. Let's see here, cross-section details. So now I can come in here and if we just turn off the model, So, apparently those are all detail components and they're model elements. So I'm just going to take all of this. Let's filter through. Let's get detail items, insulating bat lines, and cut profiles. I don't know how much of that's going to work, but we'll figure it out. And let's just get that stuff, and I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste that aligned right here. So most of this will work. Some of it will not. So like this right here, clearly there's no window right here, so we can take this and just take that all the way up. That works for that. There we go. Take that down there. All right. So clearly this needs to come out here. I'll need to finish detailing that. Actually, this doesn't get insulated. This needs to come back over here. This is where that insulation happens. So we're going to insulate like that. We can get rid of that. Move this over to here. Move it down to the right height. We don't need a double on that, I don't think. I think we are going to leave it just like this too. I should probably go back and get rid of that. Should I? I think I'm going to leave it, actually. So I can tell you right now, we're going to have issues with this roof, this little awning roof right here. I just, I don't see it being supported that way, especially with the plate being right behind it like this. Now, what we could do is we could bring this plate down to here, like we're showing this plate height for the third floor here. And that could work, because then you could bolt into that really well. Come on now, work with me. Yeah, the cut profile did not come across, so we get to do that again. That works. I'm gonna go back and change that over here too. We're gonna bring this plate height down to what we've actually got that set to. And then, but you know, we still have to give something for this truss to bear on. So there's still going to be something there for that to bear on, which is going to make it difficult for us to kind of pin into that. We might take this and maybe just move it. Whoa. I thought I copied it. Apparently I did not. So we might just take this and move it down to like right there or something like that. I don't know. We'll think about that for a while. No, I'm not. Not for this project. It works just the way I've got it. It's especially since most of it is covered by a drop-down ceiling like this. So, and I threw a ceiling in here. Excuse me. And this is a field region truss, so I'm not even modeling that properly. It's as proper as it needs to be for this project. Man. Darren Korb is just so good at what he does. I think we want to move this up right here. I know. If I put the music on, I would get copyright strikes and all that fun stuff. That's why I'm showing the music that I'm playing, so you can go listen along. You know what I could do? I could actually make, doesn't Spotify do a listen along thing, like where you can listen to the same music that somebody else is listening to? I wonder if I could do that. Maybe I'll look into that. Maybe that's something that I can do. But yeah, YouTube makes it very difficult to actually listen to music. I have a few artists that I have permission to play their stuff live during the streams and in my recorded stuff. But all the stuff that I want to listen to, sorry, I have to listen to something other than what's royalty free for a while. There's a reason music is royalty free, and it's because it just doesn't elicit the emotions that sometimes I want to have while I'm working. But hey, okay. If licensed music is something you'd like to hear on the stream, I do have Patreon. You can go over and support me and put some licensed music on the stream. That's how I'm supposed to do that, right? Let's just do create similar. Let's put it right there. That's interesting. Oh, that this wall is set to room bounding. Oh, come on. All right, I'm gonna take these guys. This needs to move up to here. Yeah, sorry we weren't able to make that last longer, Rose. This is going to step down too. Let's go down. Let's just go down 1.5 inches for now. For that, it should be fine. No, for the detail, because this particular project, we're just giving them paper. They are not looking in the model, so they don't need to see that. And there's a ceiling on the bottom, so really, even if we show like a 3D view like this, you're not going to see the truss anyway. Now, if the truss was exposed, I'd probably model those trusses. I'd go through the effort of modeling those, but it's not an issue at all that they don't show up in our view here. I don't know if that's section box. Really? Huh. I think there's a way to share what you're listening to live in Spotify and then send that link to people and they can listen to the same thing. Sometimes hard to hear you without music. It's fine. Like, it's hard to watch a 4-hour-long stream with no music. Is that what you mean? If that's what you mean, I don't blame you. Oh, what is this? Is that a mirror? Why is there a mirror up here? Has it always been up there? Oh, it's on the wrong side of the wall. I wonder if I did that. That's kind of funny. Oh, is it hard to hear me? So I don't have my normal mic. I loaned it to my dad so he can record his guitar sessions. So hopefully over the next couple days I'll have my mic back so that I can record with some better quality audio that I would hopefully typically have. So, all right, I think that's going to be it for now. Oh yeah, run music before the stream. I could do that. That's why I put the animated screen on there so people know that the stream is actually running and that it's not paused without music. Let's see. I gotta turn this music off. Can't hear myself talk. So anyway, yeah, that's how that goes. But I thought about doing music at the beginning and end. I could do that. But then I have to turn the music off that I'm listening to, find the song that's royalty free and without issue, and then unmute the sound, and then play the music, and it's all. This is just simpler. It's easier for streaming. I'm okay with it. I think my philosophy has become that if you're listening to music and you want to hear me occasionally talk while I'm detailing and modeling and stuff like that, then you should be able to listen to your own music and listen to my voice at the same time. So, but in terms of difficult to hear me, I'd be interested to know kind of what the difficulty is. You can just find me. I'm sure you're on one of the Discords, right? You can find me and just shoot me a message and let me know, like, is it because it's in English? Am I talking too fast? Is it cutting out too fast? I do have background suppression, so it might not be picking up my voice quick enough. Like, it sounds like it's cutting out. Oh, well, it could be. I don't know. Oh, sometimes with music, it's hard to hear me. Yeah, I don't doubt you at all. I always had trouble getting the right volume with that. So anyway, appreciate you all stopping by. This Friday, just so you all know, this Friday and maybe even earlier. So I'm starting an interview series. Our first with a guest session is going to be Friday. We're live streaming it around 9:30 Central Time. I've got a guest coming in who I worked with in the past. He's a great designer, fun philosopher, and he'll be joining us at 9:30 Friday for about an hour-long interview. Feel free to stop by and ask questions. If you have questions, feel free to leave them in chat. Actually, I'll tell you what I can do is for you all. We're going to, I have a questions list that you all can comment on. And so if you have a question, you can comment on it. And if I think that it's a good question, I might modify it a little bit and figure out how to get that into the interview. So if you have any questions about architecture, design, stuff like that, how to get into architecture, what the process was going through school, how they got through school, things like that, or how they got to where they are, you can feel free to ask that. So there's the link. You can use that to make comments on it. And if you have questions, you can throw them in there. Read through the questions first, because if it's a duplicate question, it won't make it in there. But we'll be doing that Friday. And I might do one kind of as a practice, maybe Wednesday. I don't know what time yet. That might be a surprise interview. And it'll just be me answering these questions essentially. So I need to kind of practice this different format that I'll be doing and make sure that it works, everything works. But I also kind of want to put this information out for myself as well, in terms of people asking me that question. And I think it'll be fun. So if you want to maybe put Wednesday or Thursday on your calendar, I don't know, I might push this one back a week or so. But just thought I'd throw that out there. It'll be on Twitch and YouTube, and I'd really like to have a pretty good size audience. I think that'll be fun. But it'll also be recorded and be available on YouTube on demand after that. So thanks for sticking around. Hope you all had fun. And if you have any questions, feel free to find us on Discord or leave a comment in the video in YouTube, and we'll be sure we get that answered. Thanks again. Have a great one, and we'll catch you next time.